Hey, what is up you guys, my name is SubZeroExtabyte and I am coming right back at you with another video today, which as you may be able to see not set in Roblox. And yes, you have seen that very well, because we are actually in Minecraft. Like I told you a little while ago when I got caught up by some creepers, I usually go to my Minecraft world whenever I need some cooling off time. You know, some sanctuary from the busy Roblox/YouTube life. So that is why I am here today. But I thought, why not just make a video? So today I am going to show you guys how to survive in a burning house in Minecraft. Please do not use any of these techniques in a real life fire situation because they will not be able to apply there. So having said that, and with that said, let's move on and get our house burning now, shall we? For starters, always wear a protective helmet, because safety, that is what is really cool. And you know what is not cool? Breaking your neck because something fell on your head and now you cannot get out of the burning house. So always do these kind of things with enough layers of protection so that you can be sure that you do not actually get hurt. So one of the reasons that I am doing this today is because when I was just roaming around in my Minecraft world, I actually got caught off guard in my house when it was set ablaze by someone in my multiplayer world. To this day I still have not found out who the perpetrator might have been, but I am getting some leads here and there, so please do not worry about that. But as I was walking around in my house, all of a sudden a wall of smoke came at me and I had no idea what was going on. After I tried to find my way out of my house through the smoke, I found out that this was not easy to do at all. So that is basically why I am making this video, so that if something like this were to happen, you at least know how to survive long enough in your house to get out alive. So right now we are walking around in a simulator that I made, and no, this is not some kind of simulation made by the amazing Dr. Oswald. No, this is a real-life fire escape simulator made by hand by the one and only SubZeroExtabyte. And this is really tricky, I can tell you that much. Just one wrong move and I would have set this whole house ablaze before the party even started. So now it actually is just waiting for my lava to trigger so that it can actually burn the house down. Now that we are talking about that, I just want to take you guys through some safety features that you would be able to use in real life. When even your house is on fire, make sure that you know the quickest exit to the outside from your room. Like if you were to wake up in the middle of the night and your house would be on fire, you need to make sure that you have a plan that you can just follow through to get out of your house. Now, an important thing when trying to get out of the house in case of a fire, always try to stick close to the ground, because the carbon dioxide that is filling up in your house will be able to suffocate you even though you do not see any smoke. So the carbon dioxide will rise to the ceiling, so that is the reason why you want to stick close to the ground with your face when trying to breathe. Also try to make sure that you can get some kind of wet towels or something like that. Any kind of wet cloth to put over your mouth when trying to breathe so that you do not inhale any smoke, because the smoke can be harmful even when you are already out of the burning house. Now furthermore, I want to get back to the first point, where you want to make sure that you have some sort of plan planned out beforehand, so that in case of a fire you can just run the plan without any hesitation or something going wrong. Now it is also good to have a bottle of water and a cloth near you in your room so that you do not have to make your way to the sink in case of a fire, because that way might just be blocked because of the fire. Now we are going on to the ways of getting through a fire in Minecraft. So just some things that you want to remember when your Minecraft house is on fire. So the best way to survive is to just try and get your way out of the house as soon as possible. And again, this is the ways that you can use in Minecraft, not in real life. So you can just take an axe and just start cutting the wall down and escape from there. But that is not one of the things that I will show you today. Oh, wait a second, so the lava is coming right now, so we can already start to get ready for the house to be lit on fire. But as I was saying, today I want to show you the ways of how to stay alive as long as possible in your burning house without leaving your house. Now this is of course not the safest way, and you should never try this in real life. I cannot stress that enough right now, but this actually is a way of surviving a house fire in Minecraft, so not in real life, people. So I have not seen any sort of fire yet, but I bet that the house is just starting to burn on one side, and then when some time has passed, this place will be filled up with smoke and you will be able to see the fire spreading above and beyond us in a minute. So alright, still no sign of any fire. but I am sure that this simulator works. But of course it takes some time for the lava to actually reach the house and for the house to actually catch on fire, and then of course for the house to be set on fire completely. But of course we will just be walking around the whole time trying to find any signs of the fire before we start making any conclusions about my awesome simulator that definitely works. But it is just that this is the first time that I am using it, so this is basically our test run to see if the simulator actually will be fully operational for further fireproof testing and all of that good stuff. So right now I am going to be checking out the basement because I have built that part out of rolls, so that would probably be the first part of the house to catch fire easily. But of course I cannot promise anything since this is the actual first test. But with that said, I cannot see any fire thus far, so I guess that we will just keep running around until we can actually see some signs of the fire starting to spread. And I honestly forgot where the lava would come in contact with the house, so I am not sure if the fires will start spreading upstairs near the attic and the roof of the house, or that the fire will be spreading in the basement on the downstairs regions of the house, or maybe it will just start coming from the side. I guess that we will get the answer to that question rather soon, or at least I hope. Otherwise this video is just going to be me running around in this house, and that will not be any fun for anyone. Okay, never mind, we have officially found the fire. I am just not paying attention for some reason, but that means that we need to stay away from here and try to find some place that is far away from where we are right now, so that the fire will hit us last, or favorably the fire will not hit us at all. Because how can I teach you guys how to survive when your Minecraft house is on fire if I do not even survive my own simulated test runs? But again, this is not some sort of computer simulation. We are in a normal wooden house that will act as a simulated burning house, and the only simulated part about that is that I put it on fire myself in the name of science. So alright, we are starting to run around in circles just a little bit right now, which is not something good to do when your house is on fire. But I was just not really prepared for all of this to happen so fast. I mean, at first literally nothing happened for I don't know how long, and now all of a sudden the place is set completely ablaze and we're just trying to struggle our way into some surviving right now. If that sentence actually made any sense. I mean, I am starting to get really dizzy from all the smoke that I have been inhaling in this fire. So yeah, that is one of the reasons why you always need to make sure that you have some kind of wet towel or wet cloth within hand's reach, so that you actually can manage to not breathe in any of the smoke, because it is bad. Okay, smoking cigarettes is bad, but inhaling the smoke from a burning building, well, that might just be even worse, especially when you are in said building trying to survive, because you will pass out and then all that they will find afterwards is a charred rectangular body laying on the ground. So that is something that we do not want to happen to you guys, nor me. Okay, so I am glad that we were able to find some part of the house where the fire has yet to reach. Okay, I am taking that back. This place is getting completely engulfed in lava right now, so it seems that my lava pits actually ended up working on this house. I guess that is a good thing right now. But of course this is not everything. I mean, of course I am glad that the house actually was set on fire so that I can show Dr. Oswald that I'm a more competent scientist than him. So that is a good thing. But I mean, if this will be the death of me, then I would not be able to celebrate it that much. I mean, I do not think that you can go party hard when you are sinking ankle deep into soaring hot lava. I hope that you guys can handle that right now, because I really need you guys to be able to handle this right now. Otherwise, when you are in this kind of a fire yourselves, well, that would just mean disaster if you are not able to follow all of this right here. Okay, this is bad. I do not want to die right now. I am trying to teach you guys something. How embarrassing would it be for me to die right now? So alright, we need to find our ways around this lava right here. And now if you are asking, like, is it not unrealistic to have all of this lava flowing through your burning house? Well, no, because in Minecraft your house will not just catch fire out of the blue. So that means that something or someone will have to basically be grieving you. And what is the best way to set someone's house on fire effectively? Well, that is right, by putting some buckets of lava on top of their house. That is basically the only way to set their house on fire effectively, because to be honest, when you go around and start to flint and steel their house to the ground, well, you can just punch that fire out. But lava, well, that is a whole other story. Getting rid of lava is not easy at all, because it will just start to become a lava fall. even when you take the original lava away. So the house will still start to burn down even though you already took the lava out. But of course we do not want to set someone their house on fire now, do we? Oh my, you have got to be kidding me right now. So I am the one that is going to die in his own how to survive a house fire tutorial. Well, that is embarrassing. But of course this was a really extreme version of a burning house fire in Minecraft. But of course you can just ignore everything that I just said about the perfect way to grief someone their house, because that is not a fun thing to do, and you never want to be that kind of bully who just goes around and destroys the home of other Minecraft players. That is just not cool at all, man. That is not the way to go about such a thing. But alright, I will just do it again to see if I can reuse some of the previously used tactics and maybe just tweak them a little bit to make sure that I actually end up making it out alive this time. Because man, is it going to be hard to actually make this. All of the lava that was just tumbling down, well, that was just a little bit too much for me. So maybe after this run I will actually need to tone down the lava a little bit so that we can maybe create a little bit more of a realistic way of going about this kind of house fire. I mean, of course we cannot do everything right when there is a fire. I mean, we all have flaws, right? And of course when your house is on fire you will start to stress a little bit, or maybe like a lot. Of course you will stress a lot, especially if it is your first time as a situation like that. So because of the stress you might not think as rational as that you might have hoped. Because I mean, we can all make mistakes, but that is basically the sole reason why I made this simulator, so that you can test it for yourself and see for yourself how you can just get out of there. I mean, practice makes perfect, right? So I hope that I can show that with this second try right here, because otherwise I will probably need to tweak the machine a little bit before I actually start using it for actual fire drills. Because it is of course better when you are prepared for the worst case scenario. But not every scenario of fire will be a worst case scenario. So that is one of the reasons why I want to try it multiple times. Okay, so big parts of the house have already been set ablaze, and also a huge part of the house has already been burned down. But it will only get really dangerous once the roof and the attic part of the house will collapse, because that will be the place where the lava will come raining down on top of us. So with that said, let's check out of the roof and the attic have already collapsed, because that will mean that we will have to watch our steps for any lava that will be coming down from the ceiling. Because when some lava hits you, and I will just tell you that lava is molten rock, so you have no idea how hot rock has got to be to actually transform into the syrupy liquid stuff. So if that gets on you, you will actually be having a really bad time in there. I mean, if you are cold it might be fine, but then again it is really hot, so that will probably be even more uncomfortable than having it just a little chilly. But that might just be my perspective of things, and I of course respect your perspective of things. But I actually think that my timing is pretty good with this video, because maybe you have put some kind of Christmas tree in your house and you might have hung up some lights. And of course I am still talking about Minecraft, because again this is not the way to go at this in real life. But as I was saying, you might have hung up some lights, or some Christmas stockings, and a nice and green Christmas tree that has some nice lights hanging on it, and you might have made yourself a little fireplace. And then all of a sudden fire breaks out in your house, and now you are screwed because you have no idea what to do, because you are in the holiday spirit. But that means that you cannot just think fast and start putting the fire out or running outside, and you might just freeze and do nothing. So that is why I think that right now is the most important time to check the stuff, so that you can make sure that your house is safe and protected from the fire element of life. Because you might have enough water, but the marks that the fire will leave will always be permanent. I mean, of course it will always be permanent, because permanent means basically always. So that was a little kind of brain fart on my end, but I think that you guys get the idea. But guys, I think that we have found ourselves to be in a little bit of a pickle right now, because I do not see any way of getting out of here without burning alive. So I think that we might be able to find our way out of this, but it will actually be getting really hard, because I have already started sweating and I can just feel these sweat drops vaporize off of my body. So that is of course not a good thing when you are trying to keep your cool and not do anything stupid or irrational. But of course I think that it might have just been my time. This might be it, people, the actual end of an era. We have battled so hard, but it just did not pay off. Though I still hope that you were able to learn a lot from this video. Even if you did not learn how to survive a house fire in Minecraft, at least you learned how not to do it. But with that said, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas again, and please do not be as stupid as me, because well, I'm going to die.